living in the Pacific Northwest, there's a specific rule we follow, and that's don't try to pet the oversized kitty cat when you're in the woods. Normally, you won't even have a chance. Hey, it's your buddy Moo Juice Magic, and here we are watching a video. I know it's a little older, but it's something I wanted to bring up because I've encountered something not exactly like this, but more than once something similar because I've spent a lot of time out in the woods here. If you aren't familiar with the woods, it's pretty important, especially when you're hiking in Northern California, Oregon, Washington, things like that. And most of California, I think at this point, there's mountain lions everywhere. Is from what I'm to know. Like we find mountain lions in my town. My kids at school every once in a while will go on lockdown because there's a mountain lion roaming, and that's 4 blocks from my house. So keep that in mind. Mountain lions are a real issue here. We don't always see the biggest ones here in town, but out in the woods, it doesn't really matter because the big ones aren't the biggest threat all the time. They're just muscle, teeth, and sharp claws and violence. Now, this fellow, like I said, it's an older video. We're going to watch this, and he has a very good reaction to how this works out, but he manages to record it the entire time, which the testicular fortitude to do something like that when you're approached by something that will objectively just kill you, kudos to this fellow. Kudos to this guy. So let's watch this. If you haven't seen it yet, this might be a little bit of an awakening in case you try to take pictures of wildlife or you're just going to go on a hike by yourself unarmed, which I never suggest. That's not a good sign. For those who don't know, that was a cub. Come across a cub of anything in the wild, go a different direction immediately. Do not continue to go down that path. That is not a kitty cat.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, oh, oh,
which is the proper response.
You.
This never gets old. I love this video.
Holy face.
Buddy, you ain't done. You better keep going. They make dog sounds at a mountain lion.
Oh,
they eat dogs, bro.
Oh, oh, oh.
Look at her there. Look at that thing. Look how big that thing is. All fucking muscle, claws, and teeth.
No! Get the away! Get the away! Holy
having flashbacks.
Holy Go! 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 No! Holy No, go away! Go away! No! No! You, dude!
Look how they pounce.
Holy... Yeah, get the away from me. Face.
So, right now, what happened, in case you're wondering, that he's lucky that lion wasn't trying to hunt. She was just trying to separate a possible threat against her cub. That's why it backed off at a certain pace, because it realized the cub wasn't right behind it. This dude didn't do anything to scare it, but he made enough distance where he's probably okay. But, I mean, he did obviously survive this. At that point, I would be done hiking that day, period. I would not want to continue that route. I would find something else to do for the day. I would go have a beer, maybe go to a whole different spot and go fishing. Because hiking is not the best choice. And this is a well-known trail here, or a well-used trail, as you can see. They do get cars on here. There's tracks on there. This is not like he's in the middle of the woods just, brushing out. Holy crap, though. Talk about pucker factor 5,000. You think dogs are scary, dude? You think dogs are scary? A mountain lion is way scary. I've seen people have the same reaction to dogs. And dogs are nowhere near as dangerous as these sons of guns. This is why when I hike, when I'm out in the middle of the woods, I usually carry either a rifle or a pistol. I would rather not use it. But he did a good thing.
Holy face. Oh, 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 oh. No! Get the away! Get the away! Holy holy Go! 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 No! Holy
Scenario as I would take the pistol out and fire towards it, but not at it. I would probably try to fire at the ground, hoping that she'll retreat. Because I don't want to take a mom from her cub, because I want the cub to be able to survive. I know these things are scary, but they are very important to our environment, and we shouldn't just kill them to kill them. Like I said, the only times I've ever taken them is when I felt it was absolutely necessary, and then there's a whole process. I believe you have to report things. I think the last one I took, I've only ever taken two, and they were all when I was much, much younger, and I was in a different state than I am now. So every state's gonna have regulations and rules. I know some places allow hunting them. Obviously, if it's on my property, like the one here that was rolling around my neighborhood, I took my dog inside that night. Usually she would hang out all day in the yard, and we'd come in at night, and we just kept her in the house for like 2 days. I wasn't risking it, and it was like the kids were like going to that school, or they hadn't gone to the school. No, they were going to the school, so we'd drive them to the school and we'd drive to pick them up. Whereas normally they'd walk there and back, and we were just not having it that week. But I would see people's kids after up and down that street and just be like, "Holy crap!" But for that week, like I kept my rifle unlocked or loaded, because normally I don't keep it loaded. I keep it unloaded in my safe because I got kids. You know, they all know not to mess with them, but still, they have friends that might come over. It's not worth risking it. Safety first, as always. But I kept it loaded that week until nobody had seen it for a while. Because if you don't see it for a while in town, it's probably moved on somewhere else. But people are pretty quick to report these. A lot of them show up on ring cameras in the area. We get bears in town a lot, but normally towards the other side of my town. But we do get mountain lions where I'm at, and which is even crazier because the woods are a little different direction. But yeah, so I don't know. If you guys encountered mountain lions, what are your thoughts? First of all, they're majestic, terrifyingly majestic creatures. These things are horrifying to encounter in person. If you ever have, you understand that. I've seen videos of people keeping them as pets, which is retarded because it's a wild animal. You're not going to domesticate that thing as much as you want. Cats in general, me having just a couple, rescue cats in the house, and I don't even like cats. It's like bunnies are way safer. Those cats have something in their brain going wrong because they're wired a certain way. Even domesticated house cats. If you guys watch the channel, every once in a while you'll see a black cat pop on, maybe, and that's usually the older one. And then there's another smaller one that sometimes comes around, but he's too skittish to want to hang out. But not my cats, the family's cats. I only adopted them because I felt bad for them. Anyway, I'm not adopting a mountain lion though. That's like a surefire way to get your face eaten off or get some claw marks in you don't want. Anyway, Moo Juice Magic. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you've seen this video, awesome. Let me know. And if you know who the original poster of this video was, who the fellow was, I would love to interview this guy and pick his brain and see where exactly he was at and what the hell was going on in his mind, aside from the expletives. Because at that point, in my brain, I'm thinking, I need to fight this thing and get away from it, or I'll never see my family again. And I'd prefer not to be cat stool. All right. Love you guys in the face. Be safe, especially when you're in the woods hiking, especially in the Pacific Northwest or wherever, especially in the continental United States where these mountain lions roam. I believe in Canada as well. In South America, I think they also are pretty prominent in certain areas. So it's definitely an America's issue, I feel like. I don't know that they are anywhere else. I hear about big cats in England, but I think that's probably an urban legend. All right, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.